Well, hello there. Welcome back to my channel. If this is the first time you're here, this is not the usual setup of my channel videos. But it's because this week has been a crazy week. A lot of stuff has happened at work, and I just can't find the energy to really just sit down and record a video or like do my usual weekly vlogs. So I thought I would switch it up a little bit and make it into more podcast kind of style of video. And I hope you guys don't mind. I actually got a lot of traction from my previous video that I uploaded. It's about me talking about my first time with a guy, and I got quite a lot of new viewers, new subscribers. So thank you so much for those who subscribe and like and watch my previous video. I feel like YouTube is such a special place where I can just be myself. And if you look at my other social platforms like TikTok or Instagram, I'm like quite unhinged on threads, so that doesn't count. But on TikTok and Instagram, yeah, I would say especially Instagram. Um, you will notice that a majority of my content are like quite curated. There's like a specific aesthetic to it, and that has been what I have been producing for, I would say, the most of my career. I wouldn't call it a career because I did not earn a lot from doing social media, even though my day job is like marketing. So it's like doing social media also. But what I mean is, for my personal social media, I did not monetize it too much. But my usual style of content is like very curated, and I feel like on YouTube I can like just be free, and I really love the audience on YouTube so far. Um, let's fingers crossed, the quality of the audience will keep maintained like that. Well, I assume most of you guys who are watching this are like girls or gays. I hope none of the straight guys are watching this because for a lot of my life, I feel like I've been like looked down upon, frowned upon, or like bullied by straight guys. So, and I actually don't have any like straight guy friends. Like, I just refuse to be friends with them. For obvious reason. Like, I feel like especially as like a femme gay guy, like it's really hard to maintain like. For me, it's like really. I'm not sure about other people, but I'm just speaking on my behalf, on myself, for myself. I find it really hard to maintain friendships with like straight guys because I don't know what to talk to them. Like, and I feel like there's this like a weird dynamic with like straight guy friends. If I had any, I actually had like a couple of like straight guy friends that I met when I was in uni, but for obvious reason, not friends with them anymore. Because you know what? I don't even know what's the purpose of this video, but I thought I was just gonna like yap and like to be honest, I don't even know how to title this video. I guess post editing thing will figure it out. But I kind of just want to talk, and I feel like you guys will appreciate that because, again, as I say, like I feel like audience on YouTube are more accustomed to long form content, so they have like more patience, more attention span, um, to sit down and listen. And I really crave that because on short form content, I usually have to like boil down a lot of like what I want to say, and I feel tired doing that. Okay, it doesn't give me any gratification anymore. So that's why I started this YouTube channel. Um, and I literally don't care how many views I got here or like how many likes because it is like a personal therapy for me. So every time I post a YouTube video, it's like a therapy session for me. So thank you so much if you're watching. Um, just know that I really appreciate you guys. Anyway, as I was saying, I was talking about like guy friends, okay, and which brings me to like some story time. I have like some stories about like why I usually don't hang out with like straight guys. Um, this is one story. Actually, it's like I feel like there's this like pattern in my life where I'll have girlfriends, not girlfriends, but like girlfriends, female friends, who I'm like very close with. And then they will like go on and date someone. And then my girlfriends, my female friends will want to like introduce their boyfriend to me, just like friends. And then I feel like the guy friends like not happy. The boyfriends like would not be happy that their girlfriend will have a gay friend like me. Even though it's pretty obvious that I'm like a very feminine guy. But they were like, I would say like 9 out of 10 times. Like every time after I like met the guy friends, the guy friends like slowly they will like be not happy that I'm hanging out with their girlfriend, which is originally my female friend. So that happened a lot. So that's why I really like refrain myself from like just talking to any straight guy friends. I don't know. It's just not a vibe. Like I would say like most of my circles are like gay friends. Um, and not even a lot of female friends anymore because I feel like something about me and my whole upbringing is like really like limiting myself to like only connecting with like gay friends. I feel like I'm the most real when I'm with my gay friends. Um, and I'm the most real when I'm on YouTube too. So on Instagram, I feel like people often associate me with like all this like very outgoing. Like I'll go to like cafes, go and like explore new places. I mean, a lot of people who know me from Instagram, they would think I'm that kind of person, but I'm actually like a very introverted person. Like I love being home. I'm like a homebody. So yeah, part of the reason why I started this YouTube channel is like I want to show people like what I actually am, because like the content I post on Instagram is like so curated that a lot of people has this misconception about me. And for those who are like really interested to know me more, I feel like yeah, I will show them my YouTube channel because that's like the real me. And oh my god, I feel like yep too much. This is like completely not scripted at all. I would say like um I would say for like the 6 videos that I posted, none of them are scripted. It was just like me just recording stuff and like piece them together. Um and I really like that. I really like that because sorry, I just realized that half of my head was like cropped in the first clip. So I adjusted it. I might have to adjust a few times throughout this video. But you know what? I don't give a fuck. I just want to like talk and like put out a video. Um, I've never been this consistent with like posting on YouTube before, and I feel like I had to keep up with this momentum. And I'm having fun. I don't know. I know it doesn't seem like I'm having fun right now with like how I look right now, but I'm really enjoying posting on YouTube. I feel like it's again, as I say in the beginning of this video, I feel like it's like a therapy session for me. So yeah, as I was saying, um upbringing, okay, about my upbringing, and like only able to connect with gay friends, because there's also another story which I feel like it's pretty interesting. It's also how I become this current state I am right now. Okay, I'm gonna share that story. It's about my friendship, which that friendship is already ended with like a female friend. And that friendship really, I don't want to use the word scarred because I really had a good time with oh my god, it sounds wrong. Had a good time as in like had a good friendship with that girl. But that friendship generally like kind of traumatized me. Which like influence or shape how I see friendship from that point onwards until now, and potentially for the future. So I thought I would share that story. But before that, I started thinking of like something I posted on Instagram. Um, Recently, I think it's like last week, like 2 weeks ago. So I posted a carousel on my Instagram that says that everyone is posting wins on social media, and here are my recent flops. And one of the flops that I mentioned in the post is I say that I never believe in true love or like friendships. And today I want to like talk more about that because I feel like it's an interesting topic to talk about. And I feel like you see a lot of people that shows the good side online. Like, oh my god, I have a very loving family. Like, I I'm so in love. But I feel like you rarely see someone who is openly sharing like, oh, I actually I don't mind being alone for the rest of my life. I don't mind being single. I don't mind not having friends because I have another point of view in life. So I feel like it's important to share those kind of point of views and I don't know, just contribute to the pool of POVs in this world. I'm like imagining an alien that stumbles upon this video and be like, what the fuck is this gay twink talking about? But okay, back to the story before I forget. Because like when I'm in a yap mode, like things just come and go. I have like thoughts coming into my head and then I don't know how long it will stay there. So I'm just like speaking as the thoughts come in. Yeah, so that story, before I forget, let me just speak that story. Okay. So this story with the girl, let's just name her. If you all have watched a couple of videos where I spilled teas, you will know that I always give like fake names to these people. Cause to avoid drama. Okay. Um so as per usual, as a tradition on this channel, I'll give this girl a nickname, a fake name as well. Let's name her June. So I met June when I was at work. So it was, I think it was my first job. Yes, it was my first job. So I was, how old was I? I think I was 21, 22. I would say. I remember the year was like 2018. Yeah, that's where I graduated and I started my first job. I was working as a teaching assistant. So June and I met at the workplace and I wasn't like hiding. I wasn't shy about my identity being gay. I think I was like quite open. There wasn't a moment of time when I was trying to hide that I'm gay. So I think that really like impressed June. So I remember the first time when I met her, I was like 22, I think. Let's just round it up to 22. I think I was 22, and June was 27. So there was like 5 year age gap. But I think I speak quite maturely at work. Like when it's like at leisure time or like with friends. I don't think I sounded mature, but I feel like at work I really like most of the time I try to like speak maturely. So I think that's why I hit it off with like June and we started becoming friends. And long story short, I feel like parts of my qualities attracted her because I was a very, how to say? Okay, let's put it this way. I feel like when I was younger, a lot of female friendships that I had, um, they all see me, most of them, I would say like 90%, over 95% of my female friendships or like female friends, they see me as this like gay bestie that they can go like shopping with or like gossip with. But you know what? I don't think I enjoy being that kind of gay. Like as I say, I like to be left alone. That's like how I operate, and I don't think they understand. I feel like they have this like fantasy. That's the word, fantasy. I feel like they often see me as this like gay side character that they can like bring around this gay body. And I actually don't like that. I don't like that. But I didn't want to like tell them. I wasn't dare to tell them because I was a people pleaser. I was scared that I would lose my value if I told them that. I hate to be seen as like this gay bestie, shopping companion, um, thing. I feel like I was like, objectified by them. And I feel like that's my value because like, that's how they portray gays in the early movies. When like the gay culture is still like, okay, I use the wrong word. Like when being gay is still like something that is like frowned upon. Compared to now where like the gay culture is like very widespread and like everyone is aware. Um, but like in previous movies, like they'll portray gays as like a sidekick. Sidekick. That's the word I want to say. That's keyword. And that's how I feel like that's how most of my female friendships are operating on. Like I was a sidekick, and they enjoy being like asserting dominance on like on me because I feel like, oh my god, I have like my little gay bestie where I can like call him wherever I need him, like something like that. I feel like they enjoy that thought, but I don't. I actually hate it. And there are like multiple occasions where like they'll ask me like to like carry stuff for them because like I'm a male and I feel they feel like, oh, a male, like even if you're gay you should like help me carry stuff and stuff like that. Like whenever I talk about boy problems you should like console me or something like that. Yeah, and I hate that. I hate that. I feel like in a friendship things should be equal. Like if I listen to your shit, you had to listen to my shit as well. But I feel like most of my early female friendships that I had, they don't operate like that. Like most of them are like female friends. They are like older than me, slightly older, and they just love to have me around as a sidekick. Yeah, that's how I sum up a lot of my early friendships with girls. That's why I tend to like don't enjoy being friends with girls these days anymore. Like I've like you can call my friendships like you can call my friends. I have like you can like count it in with 10 fingers. Within 10 fingers. I don't really keep count of how many friends I have because I'm a very individualistic person. So I kind of forgot. I have like a handful of friends that I stay in touch with, but like I would say most of them are like gay friends because I feel like I'm the most comfortable with like talking to gays because I feel like I don't have to like be objectified as anything. But with girls, they love to see me as this like gay besties. I don't know. I just find I don't enjoy it, and I really don't enjoy that. In contrary with the stereotype, yeah, I'm just not that kind of person. So let's talk more about June. I feel like I started a story, but I never like finished it. So I want to like give fill in some more details into that story. With June, okay, so there was that issue in the friendship where because like June is also someone who is like has been working has been in a society working for a long time, 27. So obviously she's like more financially stable than me. I was just starting out, so a lot of times like when we go out, like she'll pay for me, which I'm like very grateful. But I feel like that really adds like a freaking pressure on me. I feel like because of that, I have to like become this psychic, to like repay her or something, and that creates this imbalance in dominance in the friendship. And that's something I didn't comprehend at that time. But looking back now at the age of 30, I finally know what that feeling is. Like, is this imbalance in dominance that makes it feel like I'm like so pressured. Like every time I go out with him, no, him, go out with her. You can really tell I'm so done with this week. Like, I'm so done with this week. So every time I go out with her, I feel like I had to like be performative. Okay, keyword performative, psychic, imbalance in dominance. Those are the keywords. So I feel like as the friendship goes on, there's more and more unspoken dissatisfaction from my end. But to her, everything seems perfect because like, oh my god, yeah, I have like a gay bestie. But for me, I feel uneasy, and I don't know how to like communicate that with her. So towards the end of that friendship, I just feel like, oh my god, I can't put up this act anymore. So after I left that job, I just stopped talking to her all in all. There's also like one incident where because I really had like I had like a few sleepovers at her place, and there's one time I think something I did is like trigger her or something. Because I remember because like she lives in a family where there's like maids, and the maid came and knocked on her door, and I was in a room, so I answered the door, and then the maid was like, "Oh, we are gonna like cook some dinner, like order some food." I think they were about to order some food. And so they asked like, "Oh, what would you and June like to eat?" And then June was like showering that time. So I was like, "Oh, let me just ask her." So I kind of just knocked on her bathroom door, which to me it seems like a very like usual thing. And also I was already friends with June for like quite a while now. I would say like a few months, definitely more than 6 months. Yeah. So I was like, yeah, like I just knocked on her bathroom door when she was showering, and I asked her like, oh, like June, like, what would you like to eat? Because they like to order food. And then there's like silence from inside. And then I knock again and she didn't answer. So I said, oh, she probably didn't hear it. So I went back and told the maid that, um, we'll just get back to you later. You guys can order first. And then to me, nothing went wrong. It was just like a very normal thing. Like nothing is going wrong. But after she finished shower, she came out of. So there I was, because I was like pretty timid at that back then. So I just stood there, listened to her, even though I have a lot of things I want to say. I couldn't bring myself to say out. If it was me right now, I would just fuck her up, fucking bitch. But there I was. I was just sitting there listening to her. I was like, okay, right, right, right. Um, like, what is the big deal about this? And then she was like, it's very rude. And then she starts like, like girls. I'm not trying to generalize, but I feel like most of my female friendship that failed is like it's related to this kind of girls who like when they explode, they will just bring up everything, like all the dissatisfaction or the anger that they have accumulated all this while. And then she's like, I have been like paying for you every meal or something like that. And I was like, first of all, I was not the one who asked to go out with you. Like I feel like majority of the time it's her who like asked me like, do I go out? Then I was like, sure, sure, because she always goes to those expensive places, like which I can't afford. And then it was just a lot. It was just a lot of like nasty words that was mentioned. And then I remember I just feel like I feel shocked. I feel like the biggest emotion I felt at that point, that was like the breaking point. And I just was shocked. I didn't feel that much of anger, even though there might be some part of that emotion in me, but it was suppressed. Okay, I feel shocked and I feel like I want to leave. Like that was the point where I realized I am an avoidant person. Like when I bump into conflicts, when I have conflict with someone, the first thing I do is like I leave. So that's what I do. I left. I left, and then we never spoke again. Um, so there was like I feel like that failed friendship has impacted a lot of my views of how I view friendship these days. Bringing back to the whole thing I said in my Instagram post where I say I never believe in true friendships or like true love is because I feel like deep down I think that I make myself believe that everything ends, like nothing lasts forever, which is true to some extent. And I kind of like stop myself from like I don't know. It's kind of sad talking about it like that, but to me, I feel like it gives me more assurance and peace of mind knowing that it won't last forever than believing it will last forever and it don't last forever. Does that make sense to you? I feel like it makes sense. I think I'm slowly trying to work on that. It's a very difficult thing for me to work on because it's so deeply rooted in my head that I believe nothing lasts forever. And I don't think that's good for me. Good for my mental health. I feel like I have become someone who is like so independent emotionally that I can easily like detach from anyone, like which makes me a very heartless person. And I'm not sure whether that's what I want to be for the rest of my life, but at this point I feel like I am a really heartless person. Thanks to all these experiences I have in life. Oh, there's another one thing I want to talk about, and this one is about like when people ask me like why you never talk about your family or like your mom, like are you an orphan or something? Because like I feel like on my Instagram or like other social platforms I never talk about my family. And today I kind of want to like talk about it a little bit. I mean, long story short, it's because I don't have a good relationship with my family. Like, yeah, like I feel like it also connects to that part of me that believes that nothing lasts forever. Um, I just detach myself from anything and anyone so that I don't become too attached to them. and get hurt. I feel like that's me. But with this family thing, there's like more to it. Like for those of you who are like in the States, because I feel like majority of my viewers are from the States based on YouTube statistics. But I, for those of you who are from the States, you probably don't know about this, but in the Asia culture, like when kids grow up, when they left the house, when they started working, it's kind of like an unspoken rule where they have to like give allowances to the parents. And that really troubled me a lot. Like that kind of mindset really like makes it hard for me to love my family because to me that feels like I'm just like a tool, like a money earning tool to them. Like that's how I felt like about this whole allowance thing. And recently there's this Taiwanese celebrity. His Chinese name is Boen, but I'm not sure what's his English name. But he made quite a controversy when he went on an interview and said that Asian parents should be ashamed of themselves for asking allowances from their kids. And I felt like, oh my god, finally someone say that. Finally someone say that. Because like I would say like for like 9 out of 10 or like 10 out of 10 of the friends I know, I personally know and like very close with, they all give their parents allowance except for me. I don't. Um because I just hate that. I hate the idea. I mean, in the Western countries, there probably isn't such culture. But yeah, it's like an unspoken rule in the Asian culture that you must give allowances to your parents or else you fail as a child. One of the biggest reason why I don't like feel attached to my family. Like I don't want to use the word I hate them, but I don't like them. Example of an incident that happened that scarred me. This one I can use scarred because it really scarred me. Is when I think I just started working, and then I think my brother was like, "Oh, like you already started working. Like, why you never like give any allowance? Like, does mom have to ask you to give her allowance?" And mind you, I just started working, and I started working as like a teaching assistant, which if you work in education, you know, like the pay is the lowest, like not a lot. And then there are words coming from my mom and my brother that, oh, by the way, I come from a single family, so there's no father involved in this conversation because he was not around. Not because he's dead, but because my parents were divorced when I was very young. So you will not hear. Oh my god, I just forgot to press record when I check on the camera. And I kind of lost a big chunk of what I was saying. Fuck, this will only happen in a Zang vlog. Like, the universe was trying to stop me from speaking about the truth. Okay? But I'm gonna repeat myself again. Like, I kind of can't remember what I said just now, fuck. But, okay, I think I remember some of it. Yeah. I was talking about, like, when they said to me, like, my family said that to me, like, oh, like, you've been out here working for a while. Why can't you give any allowance to the family and stuff? And I feel like that really disheartened me because, um, I feel like they only see me as a money making tool. Like as I was saying this to the camera, I'm like listening to it myself again, and I notice there's a pattern. There's a key point here. Like I really hate to be seen as a tool, whether it being in friendship or kinship or relationship. I hate being seen as a tool, a money making tool, a gay bestie tool, a tool to get connection, get money, get whatever. Like I just hate. Like whenever something involves that, I'm out. I'm out. I am bouncing out. I'm like get me out of here. Like the avoidance side of me will like jump out. Okay, like that. And ladies and gentlemen, that's me. Okay? If I feel like I'm being seen as a tool, it's goodbye. It's goodbye. Sayonara. Okay. Yeah, I feel like that explains like why I don't really have a good relationship with my family. I feel like to me, this family is like puts money more than affection. Like it's not really an emotionally nurturing family to me. That's why I feel detached. I don't feel attached to them, like emotionally. Like I just don't um give a fuck. And I feel like that's really becoming my DNA. Like I'm becoming so independent. It's scaring me. Like I don't need anyone. Like if you tell me I'm gonna be single forever and like there's no one by my side, like I'll be okay with that. I would say for my entire working life, I actually had like a few big changes. Um, so I started off in the education field, and then I decided I didn't like it. Like it was not something that I see myself do for the rest of my life. And I really wanted to try marketing. And for education marketing, that's like a huge change. It's like two completely different industries, which means I had to like restart from the beginning again. And in a normal family, I feel like parents will like give more support to the child. And instead of doing that, the first thing my mom asked was like, how about the income? Like all she cares about is money. And you know what? I'm like fucking done with that. Like um so the more I interacted with them, the more I realized that, oh yeah, like that's it. Like everything in the family is about money. It's about money, money, money. So yeah, that explains why I'm not close to them. And even when I'm doing like influencing, I had to use the word influencing because I don't think I have any followers, like any major big group of followers. But I love doing influencing. Like I love creating content, creating aesthetics, creating concepts and putting them together and do storytelling. And I feel like influencing is the closest thing to that. Um, but I mean, I actually don't get a lot of money from that. Like, I would say 95% of my income is still from my day job at a marketing agency. Um, but yeah, I do get some side incomes, which enables me to live more happily, financially freely. So, I actually like traveled to like Japan last year, Bangkok this year, Bali this year, and I don't even want to share that with my family because I feel like all they're gonna think of is like, oh, so Zhang has all this money to go travel around, but he doesn't want to give any money as allowance to the family. My point of view is I have never taken a single cent from family ever since I started working. So you shouldn't take any money from me as well. Like I don't want your money and you don't take my money. As simple as that. Um yeah. I really love making this like chatty video, like yappy video. Cause it's a no brainer for me. Like I literally am just like sitting here. Like it's like doing an interview. Like imagine I'm on a Jimmy Fallon show and we are both doing interviews in the bed. This is a dream come true. Like I love making these kind of videos. Like I hope you guys enjoy these kind of videos. If you guys enjoy it, I'll make more of it. Um, but if you don't, and this video flops, I'll probably make less of it. Anyway, I hope you enjoyed this video, and I'll see you in the next one. Bye.